What's up? Mike Gross here. That's Fallout Boy with Uma Thurman. This video's funny. Song is extremely catchy. And yeah, you recognize that little melody from the Monsters. Alright, so standard tuning for this. And we're starting on the G. 9. 12G pull off to 9. So that's our start. And then we need 10 or 11B hammer to 12, and then shift the finger down to 12E. So you can experiment with different fingering. And then 13, 12B, 14G. Let's play it up to there. And then pick the 14 again, slide to 16, go 14, 12, G, so we have. And then 14, 12, G, and you can hear where those rests are. Right there, and then little, I call them jazz slides, but fret 10 on the G, slide to 11. And then 14, 12, 14 on the D. As they hit that final 14, you'll hear there's layered guitars like throughout this. So, you know, that's the primary right there. Okay, then start it over. Up to there, up to the 13, 12B, 14G. Then go 12, 14G, 10B, slide to 12, 14A, I know that's some string skipping, so, right, short rest, hit it again, and then go 11, 13, 14 on the D. So here's the whole thing. You can split it in two, which is kind of how I taught it here, but you know, each time you go, which is twice in this, you know, the second time is the midpoint of the riff. So. 2, 3, 4. There you go. Throughout, you got this little surf sounding thing. Obviously, there's reverb on, but that'd be open E. If you want more of a twangy surf tone, pick way back here by the bridge. Hear the difference between that and bassier, tintier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go 1A, hammer to 2, and then an open D. So it's, you know, you've all heard the. Can't hear as much of a difference there, but and now you can. So for that twangier tone, boom, back here. Okay, the next part is much easier to play and memorize. It's palm muting, and we're going to start on fret 7 on the A string. So it's an E, a C, a G, a A, and an E. So 8 times palm muted on 7A. Same thing on the 3rd fret A. So we have. Move up to the 3rd fret. Go 4 times. Go to the 5th fret 4 times. And then open 8 times. So it's 8 times, 8 times, 4 times, 4 times, 8 times. Okay, you're going to do that again, but this time they remove the palm, so there's no palm muting. And there you go. So here's the parts you just learned. So there you go. Have fun. Subgroup it. Step number one before you can play something up to speed and get the tempo and all that is pretty much common sense. You got to memorize it. So use the subgrouping concept that you hear me talk about all the time. Just take a subgroup could be 2 notes, but I approach it a few different ways. Sometimes from the start till I hear a rest, and that'll be a subgroup. But sometimes there's a lot of notes before you hit a rest. When that happens, you got to know how to subgroup it yourself. You won't do it wrong. If you're doing 2 notes, you're subgrouping, and you just repeat them. And then if that's like, okay, too simple, add a 3rd note, see how those 3 go. Add a 4th note, see how those go. But make sure you loop those to get them to where the feel's right and everything. And I think it helps to memorize quicker. It's that process of continuing something over and over. It makes it easier to look at it in small chunks rather than big chunks, all right? My email is rockinguitarlessons@hotmail.com. You can subscribe, of course. Request, and who knows, maybe I'll pick your song next. Something I'm probably going to do, I know I got a lot of 80s diehard metalheads, and I get it. That's my era, and where the shredders were. But I'm going to mix it up and get some of the 90s stuff going for a month or so, and some of the more current stuff as well. So that's coming. So if that tells you anything, if you're a 90s person, now would be the time to make that request. Or a 2000s person. Okay, I do teach on Skype privately, 60 and 30-minute lessons per week or bi-weekly if that's something that interests you. I teach, did I say Skype? Yeah, I did. Around the world. So we may have a time zone difference, nothing we can't work out. Hit me up if that's something you're interested in. You can check my channel for tutorials that go into further detail. My website, rockinguitarlessons.com, actually has a very thorough price breakdown and all that. Also, if that's something that doesn't work for you, check into my CVT and CT lessons. They're very detailed. You let me know what it is you want transcribed. I do it by ear and get it the right way, the way these bands are doing them for you. Tab it out by hand and all that. But you can read up about that on this channel as well as my website. So, till next time, I'm Mike Gross. Be sure to subscribe, request, and don't forget to share. Appreciate you guys. Keep rocking. 2, 3, 4.